All right, Heist. Dear Billy Big Shot, if you were to pull off a heist with famous actors, who would it be? You've trashed Clint Eastwood for trashing this generation as being soft while he only played a hard guy on film. Assuming you or Lee Marvin are the captains of the squad and you put together, pick 4 guys. All right, well, Lee Marvin's definitely in it. That guy was a war vet who has a Purple Heart and actually was one of the few guys that survived from his platoon. Definitely him. Charles Bronson grew up working in mines in Poland. He actually had abs in the 1960s. You realize how hard that was? Like, nobody even knew how to do that. There was no, like, fucking, cut out your carbs. There was none of that shit. He just had them because he lived a life. If you had abs back in the day, you had them because you either fucking worked in a mine, or for the circus on a trapeze or some shit. So those would definitely be 2. At this point, with those 2 being in it, I gotta kick myself out of the group. What am I, the mascot? I'm like the Radar O'Reilly. Pick 4 guys. All right, so I went 2 old school guys. I'd have to do 2. Who are 2 new people? It's that weird thing where you got to be tough, and I also think that you would rob somebody. Oh, fuck. I don't know. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is... Clint Eastwood might have been right. I don't care if you are tough. If you get your hair highlighted, I don't know if I would want to try to commit a crime with you. Oh, I know. Who's that guy in Heat? Sizemore. He's a bit of a wild card, but you got to have one of those guys. Plus, he doesn't seem like he'd rat you out, so I'd have that guy in there. And then I'd be there. I'd be the guy in front of the bank driving the getaway car, and I'd probably take off like Bobby in fucking Saturday Night Fever. Where were you guys? I was looking for you. I think it's more interesting to say what I would try to pull off. Yeah, you really wouldn't want to know what I'd pull off. I'd probably get in trouble if I said it. Let's just say, no, I'm not going to say what I would do. But it would definitely involve a rifle with a scope and a silencer. And maybe a gated community? Yeah. I know, I wouldn't do something like that. If you could find out. You know what? I couldn't kill somebody. I could take a paint gun. I would like to shoot at some people that work for, like, the heads of corporations. Like, take, like, GM, where they knew they had a faulty ignition switch and they just, like, let 8 people die. And rather than getting put on trial for being fucking murderers, they're just going to buy their way out of it. It'd be fun. If you just knew who they were, because none of them are guilty, because the corporation made the decision. If you could just shoot one of them in the neck with a paintball from across the street, you just hear that sound. When it fucking hits them, yeah. Watch the guy crumple. Maybe something like that. What can I say? I'm a punk. I'm not a tough guy. I'm a punk. I'm going to shoot a fucking banker from across the street with a paint gun. Do you even go to jail for that? I think they give you a timeout.